Hey, everybody. Guys, call-in show tonight. Why don't we contest? Biggest gripe about geocaching. Let me hear it. Let's hear your gripes. Best one wins. Ooh, Tyva's in New Hampshire tonight. What a life. Tonight she's in New Hampshire. Nice.
She's looking for my travel book.
Right? She's going to bring it back. All right. So nobody calling in tonight. Is that Ian? Oh, Ian's got a call in tonight. I know Ian's got gripes. I
The
know.
only reason he's tuning in tonight.
Right. You heard gripe? I'm in. I'm in.
Not Ian.
Well, there's my alarm. All right. Chad, give me a sound check real quick.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. How's my volume?
You sound okay. Just I'm hearing you.
I'm so sorry I was yawning. I had to get that out of my system before the show
Yeah,
starts.
infecting the rest of us.
Sorry about that. I'm so
Wow.
sorry. I have not been sleeping well.
All right, here we go. In 3, let me check me. I'm okay. Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. In 3, 2, hold on. Let me just check Jessie one thing. Let me check one thing on Jessie. Yep, she's okay. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache, geocache. If you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name's Scott Birch. We have Short and It's manning the phones. Please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz, 427.
Howdy, y'all. Got a gripe? Call the gripe hotline at 808-468-7924, and you might win a prize.
That's right, guys. Tonight's episode 688, recorded live on October 20th, 2021, is the One Up Me contest best gripe about geocaching. Phone lines are open to give us a call, 808-468-7924. That's 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, phone lines are open, so you can start calling if you want to start calling. Jesse will take your calls. And it's always more better. It's always a more better show when you call in. And hey, just one more.
Or maybe a much better show.
And this show, just like every other show when we do a One Up Me, everybody gets a prize. How about that? Compliments Practical Geocaching. You call in, you get a prize. How about that? It's as simple as that. You call in, you give Shorty Nets Jesse your address, and something comes in the mail like a week later.
Ooh.
It's what a country we live in, huh? Yeah. So before we get to that, though, Chad. So guys, give us a call. Let's hear about your gripes. I got a laundry list. Chad had nothing. I have a laundry list.
Yeah, I didn't put anything in the show notes. I couldn't think of too many, but there's one that I've got, and I'm going to type it into the list.
I literally had to stop myself. I'm like, this is too many. I had to stop myself. I'll never get through. Maybe at the end of the show, whatever I don't talk about, I will just ping, name them off. Before we do, Chad, we got to talk about Patreon, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, every week costs a lot of money to make the show work. And you know what? Bills just came in. I just paid a bunch of bills because remember the show came back around October, right about now. So all the bills came back now. So we'd appreciate your help. Anything you can do. 2 ways you can help us out. You can go to PayPal. That's PayPal.me/the Geocaching Podcast, and you make a one-time donation. Go straight to the bills. We don't care. Or you become a patron of our show, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
You join Patreon. It's a tiered system. Different. Yeah, you pay a different amount of money, you get different things. We have path tags, we have stickers, we have coins, and you also get all the extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. Video. I've been locking videos in every week. I'm booked through October. I'm halfway through November. I just edited one tonight. Chad, I am so sick of hearing my voice because I've been listening to my voice for the past 2.5 hours. No, maybe an hour and a half. I'm sick of hearing it already, and I got to listen to it for another hour. Editing our trip to Georgia. So Jess, you just watched it. How was it, Jess?
Yeah, it was good.
Was it everything you remembered?
Yeah, it was a good reminder of all the fun we had.
Yes.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that you slipped the Utah trip in so quickly into the into the thread. I was expecting an
The
oldie.
rotation.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't want to like the Utah trip to come in December. I wanted to get it out there. I wanted to get it in. So,
but I got to ask one question about it.
okay.
Why did you stop at In-N-Out?
Why did we stop?
Yeah,
Burger?
yeah.
We don't get that here, Chad. We don't. We're not like you. It's not like McDonald's for you.
I haven't been to In-N-Out in 5 years for a reason.
Why is that?
It's not that good. I don't get the craze about In-N-Out.
It's
So
because-
Five Guys, I would go to Five Guys 100 times over before going to In-N-Out.
Yeah, Five Guys. Me and Jesse go to Five Guys. It's $40.
Yeah, Five Guys is
Well,
ridiculous.
you should be getting one small fry to split between you. That's the problem. If you're spending $40.
We're doing it wrong, is what he tells us.
You're
We're
doing it wrong.
Wrong. I see. Okay. Well, we go to In-N-Out Burger. How much is my ticket? It starts. How much was your ticket, by the way? How much was my ticket for everybody who's curious? And apparently people are because they're asking. My ticket was $215. That's how much my ticket was. And I paid it happily. I paid it a few days ago, about 4 days ago. I paid it. Yes, $215. Thank God. I was worried. You guys got me paranoid. It was going to be $600. So yes. So where was I? Yes, Patreon chat. So yes, a bunch of audio coming, including the Utah trip. Was that last week's chat? The Utah trip? Was that last week's?
That was last week's, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I don't watch them. I don't get the emails. I'm not a patron. I don't get the emails. So, and I don't remember what I put that up a month ago or however long I put it up. So it's like I forget what's I don't even know what's going on. No, wait, I did because I saw because Jesse was looking at him tonight.
Yeah, that was 4 days ago that it went out. Yeah.
Right, but I put it up a long time ago. And I think I squeezed it in. I moved a rotation around for it. Okay. So anyway, so yes, so extra audio, extra video, only available to Patreon members. You get Patreon only perks, end of the year giveaways, Patreon only shows. It's a lot of fun, guys. You want to be part of Patreon. So you go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS that features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline saving of caches, and offline maps and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com. And I did that completely off the hip because I was on the wrong spot in the show notes.
Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna bring it down. Tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write in the rain paper. The logbook designed for the logbooks designed for the. See, that's where I'm going. The logbook designed for the present and future. Geared towards a hider would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Maxsuds Body Company. Maxsuds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Maxsuds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, buy pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags with over 43,000 tags to collect. Pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
As always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
in our show notes. Yeah, Chad, that's that. The new ones do say 43, but I pulled this this template from an old one. So
Yeah, I had to change that on the fly.
I saw you changing it in the show notes on the fly. Yes.
Yeah, I got. Let me grab something real quick.
Oh, better hurry up, kid. We're in the middle of a show here. So, Jess,
Yeah.
gripes.
Yeah.
You got any?
I have
Fresh from the laundry.
Fresh from the laundry.
Well, my wife washes everything before I wear it when it comes in. So a new shirt from Arted Crafted. Can you read what this says?
Solving puzzles is about for a way of thinking. I can't read anymore. You got to move it up. The ability to mentally turn pieces over in your mind. I can't keep going. Cully Long.
Yeah, so that's a shirt from Arted Crafted that Sean sent me. So
Oh, nice.
I certainly appreciate it.
Oh.
So I spotted it at Midwest Geo Bash and was like, read it straight out. It's like, that's pretty cool. Cool shirt. So
And what does the shirt you're currently wearing say?
it's okay if you don't like geocaching. It's kind of a smart thing. It's kind of a smart people hobby anyway.
Nice. Very nice. Pizza Ninja says that's a sweet shirt. You can get it at artedcrafted.com, right? Can you? Right?
Yes, you can.
Artedcrafted.com. There you go.
That's right.
The Jess. Oh, and
Yes.
Ed, also we added.
Hang on. Is that the Led Zeppelin United States of America 1977 shirt?
Yes. It is.
Sorry. I saw it looked like the tops of the
Yes.
wing and the
Sorry. Really quickly, our shop, Artecraft. That's not our shop. Artecraft is not our shop. Our shop, which is Urban Tree Canopy.
Urban Tree Canopy.
Urban Tree Canopy has Chad's new shirt in it. It just went live.
I ordered 2 of those and 2 other shirts.
And somebody else ordered a shirt. Somebody already ordered it.
Oh, I
was
ordered
it?
I ordered a 3rd shirt for my nephew.
Oh, okay.
So he saw it and he wanted one, so I ordered it for my
I'm
nephew.
like, there's no way that somebody else bought a shirt that saw that in the store and bought it. No way. It's like a Chad and his wife joke. I was shocked. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
We got some blasphemy in the
What are you gonna do?
in the chat room here.
I don't judge. I'm not gonna go judge Leah over her inability to appreciate good music. The El Rojo race update, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start. You ready? Top 10. I don't think Chad's in the top 10 here. Oh, wait, maybe it is.
Yeah, I am.
Beaver Bob, 24,000. Gingerbread Geocache Tag, 18,000. Blazon Signal, 17,000. Racer Tongue 8, 15,900. Lily Lou 13's Racing Frog, 13,300. Holly the Fuggler, 11,000. Christmas Pickled Key, 10,900. Chad, you got 10,000. You almost at 11,000 right there.
Yeah,
Look at that. You're number 7.
got some mileage on it.
I'm at Signal Tag 20 years, 10,002. Idaho Dasher, 9,600. And GNTF GCPC Bunny Squeaker. Well, that's a new one. Coming in at
Oh
9,200.
yes.
Wow. Look at that. They're moving. When is this thing end? What is this to the end of the year?
I think
This one.
it's till the end of the year.
This is to the end of the year. All right. So Chad, you got a couple more months here.
Well,
get
you know,
stuck up with 14,000.
mine would only be for bragging rights anyway. So I don't win anything if I somehow miraculously jump up there.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Speaking of
Go ahead.
traveling and earning miles,
Mhm.
it seems as though our friend Wheels might be trying to make up his little prank to you, and has been racking up miles on Scott's
Uh-oh.
travel bug in the race.
Oh, what do you do?
Well, he was just on a big road trip and took it with him and dipped it all along the way. So racking up miles.
But he didn't dip it in our cash.
No,
No,
he's getting more miles for you.
thank you. I get 100 points just dipping it in our cash.
That doesn't guarantee you a win.
No, but it guarantees me 100 points. That's what it guarantees me. Am I still in third place? What place am I in terms of mileage?
I don't know. I'm not tracking it. Are you tracking that,
Yeah,
Chad?
let's track it. Wouldn't you track?
I've got a spreadsheet, but I haven't pulled data recently. So
He
you're-
just
you're
logged over
likely-
2,000 miles.
Oh.
so that's 20 more points. That would. Did you actually get dipped into
No.
the,
No.
So you don't got the 100. So I think Shorty Knits would still be winning it right now. You'd be in second, and I think I would be in third.
Oh. Kieran Haynes says the Bunny Squeaker cache. The Bunny Squeaker travel bug is in a 5-stage virtual mystery cache right now. Well, that's going nowhere, Kieran.
Mine's missing, so
Yours is missing the Christmas pickle.
and yeah, so that cache has been hit like 30 times since it was dropped in there, and then I contacted the 10 people that were after it got dropped off into there. I'd say 6 of them replied back, and all of them, basically said, sorry about it, but no, I didn't see it in there, and I didn't take it. So one of the there were a few relative newbies out there. I think probably took it, kept it.
Wait, are you talking about the one in El Rojo's race or in our race?
In our race.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Wheels went there and confirmed that it was
Right.
not there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't even bothered to go look at the cache and stuff until he said he was. Since I watched the show with Wheels on there, and then it's like I went and checked all that out.
Mm-hmm. You know, it was funny when we were in Georgia. We opened up a cache and I saw a pickle. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
And so I quickly scanned it, and brought up the number. It was not your pickle. It was a different pickle. But
I brought it back. It's in our container. It's in our
Sweet
bug. Child bug.
yeah, that would have been funny.
I-
Like
I
for a
thought
split
for
second,
sure-
I was like, oh my God, we found it.
I'm like, we found it.
What would the chances be of
so
that?
if you found it, would you have first of all discovered it? Because, well, actually you're a present host, so I wouldn't get any points for that. would you take it home and drop it in
No. I drop it in the lake. That's what
drop it in the lake? Yeah, I figured you would. I'm asking
sorry,
Josie here.
sorry.
We would have given it to firefighter Skippy. He could have
Okay.
done what he wanted. He was behind the shenanigans on Scott's,
Yeah.
so who knows what would happen there.
Yes. So there you go, guys. There's the so bunny squeakers not going anywhere. Chad, Christmas pickle, but moving some ground here. Well
Oh
done.
yeah.
How about that? Okay. Let's get to guys, give us a call 808-468-7924. One Up Me contest. Winner wins a good prize. Everyone wins a regular prize. Give us a call, guys. Let's hear about your gripes. Chad, Jesse, gripes.
Yeah.
We all got them. Now, guys, this is gripes about anything, about a hider, about a finder, about a cache, about geocaching.com, about the app, about Cachly, about Groundspeak. Ground, I don't care. Anybody. Jeremy Irish. I don't care. About me. I don't care. Make it about me. I'm a part of geocaching. This is your gripe about geocaching. I'm going to start, Chad. I always let Chad start. I'm going to start while we're waiting for phone calls, just to work it up. You ready, Chad?
Mm.
Puzzle caches in rest areas, Chad. Drive me insane.
What's wrong with that?
I'm in a rest area. I don't want to solve a puzzle, Chad. I want to grab a quick cache and get back on the road.
What if
I
that
want to
puzzle?
sit in my car and solve a puzzle.
What if that puzzle takes you 30 seconds to solve?
But there's no point for why.
Why not?
For what? For what possible reason would there be a Jesse? Am I wrong on this?
So you get the mystery icon.
But
That would be the only reason that I could see it being, if it was a quick, easy, simple puzzle
But they're
with the
not always.
sole purpose of being so that you can get that icon, a quick, because a lot of times you have to like get different icons in different states, and maybe you're just passing through. Now, I will say this: we came across a puzzle at a rest area, and I believe it was when we were over in South Carolina, and it very clearly said right in the cache description, the hide isn't the posted coordinates were at the rest area, but it clearly said the hide was not at the rest area.
Hide's not even there, Chad. Not even in the rest
Okay.
area.
Now, what if there is a rest area that has an earth cache, a virtual, and a puzzle, so that it's something that you would have a lot of people would have actually spotted out that it had the virtual or the earth cache, because that's they're going after that, and they saw that puzzle. They got that puzzle solved there, and it actually and then there's a traditional layer, so there's actually 4 icon types in one location. Would that interest you?
Chad, I hear what you're saying. Here's the problem. Most puzzles that I've come across are not easy 30-second puzzles. They're not.
Right.
They're annoying puzzles that drive me crazy because it's like, I don't care. I don't have time for this. So it's like, that's the thing, is that they're not just simple puzzles. Sometimes they are. Usually, Jesse, go ahead.
What about that reverse where I go that we did at a rest area?
That's
Right.
reverse where I go. I don't have problems with where I goes. I don't have problems with a virtual. I don't have a problem with an earth cache. I'm not solving anything. Earth cache maybe depending on how hard it is, because obviously there's some easy earth caches, there's some hard earth caches. It really depends on the kind of earth cache. But I don't see the point of a 4 difficulty puzzle in a rest stop, Chad. I don't see it.
What if the puzzle was SpongeBob SquarePants? It's like and it has a question on there. What do I live in? And you got a.
Well, that's different. That's easy. Yes, Chad. That's easy.
That's
They're
a
not an
simple
issue,
30
but
second.
they're usually not like that, Chad. I've come across plenty where they're not like that.
I'm gonna put puzzle out exactly like that in a rest area, just for Scott.
Okay. Chad, let me hear yours. That's my friend. Guys, this is what we're talking about here. These are gripes about geocaching. Again, that's just about a certain type of cache.
Yeah, you can you have your own.
It's my gripe. Yeah,
that's your gripe.
it's my gripe, man.
My main gripe is still not a separate challenge cache icon. I want a separate challenge cache.
Well, that's been everybody's gripe for the past 15 years.
Well, true,
Yeah,
but
I agree 1,000% on that. Yes, absolutely. I agree
Right.
1,000%. You should absolutely have a challenge. Jesse Chad says his gripe is that not having a challenge cache icon.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's something that we all have wanted and been asking for many, many years, and it'll never happen.
No, I don't think it'll ever
I don't
happen.
think it'll ever happen. I think it's too integrated in with the mystery icon. There's no way.
Well, it's just I think adding an icon. I don't think you're going to see that much anymore. I don't think you're gonna have that much happen that much anymore. It's too much, but it's too hard for coding to do it in the databases and all that. It's I don't know. Yeah. All right, Jesse, let me hear you. Let me hear yours, guys. Give us a call 808-468-7924 808 got swag gripes. Let's hear them. Win a prize, Jess.
The fact that you have two different types of icons or caches that both count as a find in your find count, yet they are not in the same app. You have to go to two different apps to find them. Geocaching app, Adventure Lab app. Why are adventures not? I mean, yes, adding that point of reference onto the regular geocaching map was a huge step in the right direction. That was a big plus.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that. But I mean, and again, I think this is something that's never going to change. And I think everybody has the same, sentiments about it, that it's just frustrating having to go back and forth between two apps. You're passing up traditional caches because you're on your way to a stage of an adventure. You're on you pass up an adventure stage. You have to backtrack, double back, that kind of thing. So that's my gripe.
Right.
And we deal with it.
This weekend at an event, there was a set of live caches, and there was also a bunch of caches, and we're trying to get them both while we're on there. And it's like trying to organize, who's watching out for the adventure
Yep.
labs, who's watching out for this, and then what makes it even more of a pain is you don't necessarily know what should actually be next. You got one person saying, okay, there's a cache over here, another that's 300 feet this way, and another person saying, well, we got an adventure lab here 200 feet this way. And it's like, okay, which one should you prioritize? If it was all integrated, and this is actually one of my gripes, is that it's not fully integrated, not a full integration of adventure labs into the base app. So having to use third-party tools to pull in a GPX when you should be able to fully integrate it instead is just a pain in the butt. I mean, you can now have the bubble there saying there's an adventure lab in the area, but it doesn't show you all the legs. And in this particular case, I couldn't pull it ahead of time because that adventure lab was published during the event.
Right.
So,
Agreed.
okay.
Rant over.
Next
rant.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go.
Let me take a phone call, Chad. Let me take a phone call.
Okay.
Let me take a phone call.
Well, you look like you're reading your text messages.
No,
there.
I was actually writing a note down for a different show. I've got Aurora, Colorado. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I don't actually have much in the way of gripes because I just happen to just enjoy going out geocaching myself. There's always a little good parts and some parts that aren't always perfect or anything, but mine has to do more with an adventure lab that I had set up and a log on the final on that. My adventure lab has, just the 5 stages to it. And, some of them have, like a QR code and, links to YouTube videos because it's called 3 degrees of separation. And in that lab, I am trying to, just show people do a nature center and connect photography, music, and photography together. And nature, photography, and music together. And so all of the locations there, are doing that just a little bit. And I get a log on the final that sits there and says that they really didn't appreciate the adventure lab because the information wasn't written on signs everywhere. And not only that, it used up all their data Okay, it probably takes about 45 minutes to do this adventure lab. It's through a beautiful nature center where I work. The guy really went into detail about why he didn't like these stages and everything else. He just wanted something simple that he could just walk through in 5 or 10 minutes, it sounded like. And I went through this, because I'm always checking just to kind of see, what the general comments are. And he really sounded like he was getting a little bit on the rude side almost. I went back to look when I saw what the title of tonight's podcast was, and that log has now been deleted. So apparently somebody said something to him, I'm thinking, or maybe he went back and did it. But I thought, why would you gripe about something that somebody took the time to actually do? I don't get it.
Who literally complains in the log about how bad it is or how long it takes? That's just that's interesting.
Yeah, apparently one of one of the people doing a adventure lab out here, who a friend of mine had actually put out, and that adventure lab has videos in it, and you have to listen to the videos and stuff. And complained about her adventure lab and stuff because of various reasons and stuff. And she asked me to go if I would go take a look at the adventure lab. And I went and did the adventure lab. I had no problem with the videos or anything in it, and I thought it was a great adventure lab, and I told her so. So not you can't please everyone all the time, I guess is what I'm getting at here. And I'm sure you had an excellent adventure lab there, and the guy was either had a bad day or was just a jerk.
Yeah, you got
either way, it's over.
I had
Well, and
someone.
I've learned to let that kind of stuff go just simply because of the fact, it was just one. I've had some really pleasant comments, about it and everything else. So, I kind of get rid of the top tier and get rid of the bottom tier and average it all out. And, it seems like most people have enjoyed it, but, just for somebody just to go in and just put a rude comment on any cache, I mean, it's like, why are you griping about an activity that it can be free for you? You're not even having to pay for it unless you want to, and now you're complaining because it used your data. I went back and walked through my own adventure lab with my sister, and neither one of us had any problems. Didn't use that much data. Well, that's not on me, so I let it go. But I just thought it was kind of interesting, that somebody would actually take the time to do that and then go back and delete their comment.
Right.
It's like, what?
That's interesting.
It's like I couldn't see it consuming very much data in the first place. I mean, I would say that in general, people probably consume a heck of a lot more data when they're caching with their smartphones when they switch on satellite view, because pulling those images from the satellite view and zoom in. I mean, that's where my data gets sucked up when I'm caching.
I went through and I had used very little on mine. I have an iPhone. My sister uses a Samsung, and hers didn't use much either. I mean, granted, I kind of helped my sister out a little bit with a couple of things, that way she could kind of give me some thoughts, on any changes I might need on the whole thing, if there was any problems with it or anything like that. And she didn't have any problems with it. I mean, I walked through the whole thing, and I had connection the whole time, no problem. Data not used up or anything like that, and
that's
we'll walk through a nature center.
That's sour grapes. That's someone in a bad mood or having a bad day, or just was expecting something different, and to take it out on you is silly and ridiculous and uncalled for.
Yeah,
but that's people are people.
Oh, I agree totally. I've let it go. Like I said, I just thought it was kind of interesting that this podcast comes up, with that kind of subject matter, and I was like, oh, that's a perfect gripe right there.
That's a good one. I hope. Good luck. I hope maybe it'll produce a win for you. Good luck to you. Thanks for
I'm still looking for that 2 uptime thing again. Or for once. So anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great evening.
Wait, didn't somebody win the 2 up? Someone got it. Didn't somebody get it? Didn't somebody win twice already?
Did they?
I think we had one person that's won twice.
Yeah, somebody's won it twice. But I'd like to see you win it.
Man, okay. Now I got a gripe.
Well done. Well done. You're gonna mic drop you on that. Karen, thanks for calling. Be well. Be safe. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Chad,
Uh-huh.
you know what grinds my gears, buddy?
What's that?
When
Oh,
people
what I need what I need to hide for you.
when people hide a nano in a super public place, super public, and don't put a freaking hint. Don't even put a hint of where it is.
Hang on.
Make me search for
Hang on. What's the difficulty?
it. 2.
Okay. There I agree. That would be the
2.5.
inappropriately hiding of a nano with a DT low DT
Yeah,
rating.
with yeah, and not tell me exactly where it is. You know,
Because
I'm
I've hidden a nano without a hint, but it was like a 4.5
in a
DT.
super public place. I mean, a super public. I mean, like a
This
train
th-
station.
this
With constant muggles.
This was at a baseball field, and where the coordinates put you is right at the edge of the dugout. But you got the bleachers behind it, you got the trash can, you got the fence, and you got the dugout area. And so it was a 4.5 difficulty. And I don't apologize for not giving a hint out on that one because that was intended to be a difficult find, and it was. But
All
it also helped people with their DT grid. So
Jesse and I were working on the other day. We figured we're only 2 away from up in our DT again.
awesome.
But I Chad, you're next, but I gotta bring this call. We got
Go
Canada
ahead.
coming in that actually called us. Canada actually called us, so we got to get her in there. Neldra, hello. Tracy, hello. Canada.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm sorry I kept you on hold for 4 minutes. Jesse didn't. I just saw you were in Canada, so I apologize. It's an expensive call for you.
No worries.
Tell me what you
It's all
got.
good.
Tell me
I
what you
wanted
got.
to call in. I saw the comment, so I had to call in.
Tell me your gripe.
So my gripe is I'm a streaker. Today is day number 1410.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Wait, hold on a
Into
second.
the
You can't just,
podcast because I was out getting a cat.
you can't just glaze over that. It's 1410. Is that what you just said?
Yep, 1410. Correct.
Coming up on 4 years.
I was gonna say, how many years is that? Is that 4 years?
Yeah.
3.86.
4 years. Yeah, December 17th.
God bless you. Bless your heart. Wow. Okay. I could talk to you for an hour about that, but we're not going to do it. Okay. So what's your gripe? Talk to me about your gripe.
Well, my gripe is the fact that I go out every single day and get a cache. I leave my house every day. And there are a few streakers out there that I know that have numbers in the stats that say they have a streak, but I know that they fill in their days with, for instance, last year, snowstorm. We had a snowstorm. And somebody I know is the biggest, the longest streaker, I should say, in BC right now, and filled in their cache with a virtual up island. So they didn't actually go out that day. And I know of other people that do that as well. They fill in, challenge cache or virtual that they visited on a different day, or an earth cache that they visited on a different day, but they're filling in their streak to me. So it's not a true streak.
I'm not doing it for filling in the streak though. So I only do it to make sure I get a souvenir.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna challenge you, Tracy. Here in Illinois, we have a it's a challenge. I think it's a challenge. It is a challenge cache. Okay. You have to take a picture in front of a clothing. Excuse me. I apologize. It's a virtual. I'm so sorry. It's a virtual. You have to take a picture in front of a clothing donation box. That's it. It's an old one from like 2003. It wouldn't even be allowed this day.
Yep.
I'll tell you what you gotta do. Take a picture of. I'll tell you what you gotta do. Take a picture in front of a clothing donation box and upload it. So it's kind of like a reverse. It could be anywhere. And so I took a picture
Huh.
When I knew about it, so when I saw one, I took a picture in front of it, and I sat on that picture forever. It's waiting, until Monday I might be streaking, and I can use that picture. Now, that being said, is that wrong? In your mind? In your mind, is that wrong?
Well, in my mind, I wouldn't do that. So that's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't do that. I have logged every single cache on the day that I either took a picture or I signed the log.
Okay, so even though it's a virtual, the fact that I took the picture on a different day and used it 2 months later or whenever, I can't remember when I ever used it, but I know I've gotten it eventually. But she was saying, even though, because I did not take a picture that day, technically it wasn't a find on the day. Correct?
Yes, she's saying you're bad.
So, but you're right. If it's a virtual and if you don't take the picture at the virtual site, so it's not at the virtual site, right? That's not at ground zero. You just take a picture of any one of those.
No, because there was no ground zero. It was just take a picture at any what was it? A donation box. So all I had to do was take a picture of the donation box. Any donation box. That's all it was.
Then I would log it the day that I took the picture of the donation box.
Okay. So yeah. So you're saying, so that's what you're saying. So you're saying, yes, you have to take the picture that day. Is technically is logging. Okay, fair enough. I have no problem with that. Fair enough.
What about someone who discovers geocaching after they've been to the top of the Sears Tower and realize that's a virtual, and they have a picture of themselves at the top? Do they go back and backdate that to before their account was created? I'm not.
She's asking for a friend.
Whatever.
Asking for a friend.
Whatever.
So I'm going to say no on that, because I've actually got 2 locations that I know for a fact are virtuals that I have not been back to, and that I've got pictures. I pulled up pictures of with me there.
But you're not going to log them until you
I'm not
actually
going
go
to
back
log them
as a
until
cacher.
I go back.
Yeah,
Now
me too.
I don't feel bad about holding on to challenge caches for filling out things for souvenirs. I do feel bad. I would feel bad about using it to say that I've done a streak, because there you're
Yes.
trying to get the challenge there is to actually go out and find one every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I agree with
get
you.
it. I agree and disagree with it with you, Tracy. I do. I'm kind of on both sides of the fence,
Yeah.
because I'm just as guilty as everyone else. Yet, you're right. You should do it every day, but I'm just as guilty as the old challenge caches are the personal favorite, man. That's the old go-to. When you need to find that day, and you've got challenge caches that you meet and you've signed, you just when you need to log it, you log it. So there you go, Tracy. Good luck to you. Thanks so much for calling in. It's good to hear from you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Be well.
Have a great day, everyone.
Be well.
Bye.
All right, Chad, you're up.
How about scatter hiders who put out tons of crap caches, crap hides? So you got that local hider that likes to put out series of 20 to 100 hides, and you go out there and they're all basically garbage.
Yeah, but it's once you got it, it doesn't matter anymore. It's all garbage.
Nah,
Oh, I
but-
know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, I.
So those are mine, and apparently, they're. It seems like every area has their own individual, at least one individual that seems to do this. So it just gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
It's like I see him come out and it's like, yep, not even gonna do them.
Yeah, we make it a point that as soon as those come out, we're like, we got to go get them quick, because they're
Right.
going to disappear quick.
Quick. All right, I'm gonna bring in Semmel. Semmel, hello, sir. Semmels.
Good evening. How
Semmels.
are you?
How you doing, buddy? Hi, Ryan.
Oh, another beautiful day.
All right, any day above
Oh,
ground's a good day, kid.
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you? What's your gripe?
Just calling in with a gripe.
Let me hear your gripe.
So, I love all new geocachers,
Yes.
but when you go out and looking for a geocache of a new geocacher who has very few finds. So my gripe is a newbie who is hiding a cache with no supervision.
Hasn't learned yet. No one's showing him the ropes. Just yeah.
Nothing. I just went out after one yesterday. He has one find, and it was his second hide.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And his first hide was never found. It was already archived, never found.
Mm-hmm.
Was it I'm assuming, is it a kid or a grown up? Do you know?
It is actually, I believe it's a grown up. I have not met the individual yet because he's only found one cache.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. What Chad was saying about these people who play scrap, and then you've got but then you've also got the newbies that come and they just want to immediately start hiding caches. That's always, that's.
And I've known new cachers who have come into the game and hit some great caches. And I think right now with pandemic, I do blame COVID for some of it, because in our area we still haven't really had events, so they can't learn about geocaching. So, and that's my biggest thing is, if people are hiding crappy caching, that's all new finders or the new cachers are finding, then that's all they know that caching is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the one I found yesterday, his coordinates are about 30 feet off, and drilling things into trees, and all the great things that a reviewer would love to see.
Yeah, it's well, I've always griped, this isn't on my list, that I've always griped that they should make only premium members hide caches. That if you're not a premium member, you can't hide caches, and people fight me on that all the time. But I think it'd be a much better game if you were only allowed to hide if you're a premium member. It should be one of the perks of being a premium member of this game.
I think you should have the option.
Or at least have a minimum fine.
Exactly.
Have they found so many, or a test?
Well, see,
and
this
the little BS test they have on the the site of
the DT.
This is a micro. This is a DT. That's not really a test. It's, you can close your eyes and click buttons and pass it.
I think it's a lot easier.
But they should have some sort of test or something.
I think it'd be a lot easier for Groundspeak to actually have only premium cachers be able to create caches, rather than have a certain number of fines. I think it'd be a lot easier to do it my way for them. Minimal effort to do it that way, but they're never going to do it. I mean, they can't. They'll never happen.
No.
But and people disagree with me, and that's okay. It's a gripe. I think it'd make the game better. But
well, I know I have 4 premium accounts, and I know I don't hide under all of them. So
yeah.
So they make their money anyway. So it's
that's awesome. All right, Ryan. Good luck, buddy.
All righty. Have a great night.
You be well. Okay. Okay.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye. That was absolutely fantastic by Karen, by the way.
Yes. So for those who can't see this, she posted in the comments, my latest gripe is when podcasters post about potential winners when potential losers are listening live.
That's all because one of the cashers, KC11 has put 2 gripes, and they've both been fantastic. And so I put in the chat room, KC has 2 potential winners and refuses to call in. So that's why she says that. Yes. Hey man, if he doesn't call in, guess what, Karen? You're still in the running, because remember, it's me, Chad, and you guys. So Jesse, you are up. Jesse is up on a gripe.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Adventure Labs.
Oh yes. Jesse's, don't you still have a Adventure Lab waiting?
I do have another credit. I still have to do it. My gripe is that as a hider of the adventures, you don't get any sort of notification when people have found your adventures and rated it and left
Yes.
comments.
Yeah.
And my
Mhm.
gripe about that is because I actually had an issue with one of mine. There was something that disappeared and you needed that to answer the question. And people were able to figure it out without contacting me and completed it and then put in their comments, by the way, this is missing. Well, if I don't get that notification, I don't think to, oh, I wonder if anyone's found my adventure this week. Let me go and check, right?
Right.
You don't do
Right.
that.
No, you're
No.
absolutely right.
So
The only way to find out people found your adventure lab is if you put a cache at the end of it, a bonus cache.
right. That helps,
Big
but
deal.
people didn't even say anything in their log on the bonus
Oh,
on
really?
that one. No, they only left it in the actual
Mm.
in their comments on their rating for the adventure.
Yeah. I don't know why you don't get an alert. It doesn't.
Mhm.
I don't even. I mean, my Wrigley Field one and my Ferris Bueller one do not have bonus caches. So my Ferris Bueller, sorry, my John Hughes
Right.
do not have bonus caches. So I have to periodically go up to the Adventure Lab app and check and see if people have found
Right.
it and if everything's okay. Yeah.
Right. Mine was the second one out in Sacramento, so the idea of putting a bonus cache didn't even cross my mind when I put it out, and
Mhm.
wasn't until other people started putting them out with bonus caches that it's like it became the end thing to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I agree. Guys, give us a call 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Keep it coming. We still got time. Come on, give us your gripes, guys.
We got plenty more though.
Oh, I got plenty more. You'll hear 'em, but I want to hear other people's. I know mine. I'm pulling from random here. Hiding a micro in the woods when you could easily put a freaking Buick in that spot drives me insane. When people put a micro or a nano or put an ammo can in there, drives me crazy.
I would say yes. Put for the most part, put ammo cans in there, but put one nano just for Scott.
Oh,
Dedicate to Scott.
even not even a small's okay. I'll give you a small, but a micro, no. No. The smallest it should be is a preform in the woods. That should be the minimum is a preform. Even that's borderlining unacceptable. But I'm one to talk because I've hidden a preform in the woods before. So I'm one to talk. But I don't think I've ever hit a micro in the woods. I don't think I've ever done that. But that drives me crazy. And especially or when like they put it in a crappy tree and like literally 100 feet away is a gorgeous tree with like 6 trunks and and like
Mhm.
screaming for a cache, and they've got it in this wimpy little tree.
Of course,
You know what?
they're trying to mess with your geo senses.
So yeah, yeah, that drives me crazy. Chad, what about you?
Casey kind of took my noobs hiding crap caches. So I'm going to go with the not verifying coordinates or the instant snapshot instead of a waypoint averaging when placing caches.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, or even going to my old faithful is you go to Google Maps and put the chords in,
If it
tweak the chords.
if it's
Right.
urban.
Always do that. But I found caches where, they flip digits and stuff and it make, when you're handwriting this stuff down or typing it in, it's easy to do. I've done it, but I've always also gone and verified afterwards, took it and either copy and paste and go out to Google Maps and pop it down and go to satellite view and see, yes, this is the place. Because to be honest, geocaching.com's little map that they do, that's it. With the big bulbous icon, it's. I don't think you can zoom in on that, or you should not be able to zoom in on it at least, and that's insufficient in my opinion.
Jess, gripe.
Yeah.
You got another one?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's hear it.
Baggies on power trails.
Baggies on power trails.
If you put
Baggies
out
on-
caches that are designed to be quick, easy, fast, boom, 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 rotate your container intentionally. And that is why you put it out. And
Okay.
it is
That's a
very
power trail.
clearly
Yeah,
a
it's
power
Yeah.
trail. Don't put baggies. Please don't put your logs in baggies.
Yes.
And if you are a well-meaning finder, don't put baggies. You're not doing anybody any favors.
I agree. Yeah. Remember that one power trail we did? Every single one of them had a baggie. Drove me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Unfortunately, there's also places where you got the power trails where it does get wet, and if they don't have the right containers, and you
Baggies, Chad. It slows it down, man.
But if
preforms.
it's designed,
You
oh
know,
boy, we got a
I
string of callers here.
I would say use preforms if you're gonna do that, because preforms, they never leak.
Oh, I agree. Yes, I agree. All right. I'm going to do one more before we take a call. Jesse's got a call. Jesse, get to the first call quickly, and then I'll break him out, pull him in. Actually, I'm just going to pull him in. I'm going to pull in the first call. You get the next one, Jess. We've got, we got Wheels, friend of the show, Wheels. Hello, sir.
Hello. What's going on?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing okay. Enjoying the show, as always.
Do you have a gripe for me?
I do.
Oh.
Actually, I'm going to jump on. I had a different one going, but then when Jesse mentioned Power Trail, something that came up specifically this weekend when we were, having your trackable move all over South Dakota and Iowa.
Thank you so much. For that. You didn't dip it in my cash, though,
no
there,
problem.
champ.
Well, you know what? I actually
Good
thought
job.
I thought that it was dipping in there. I was concerned that it was going to be considered landing in there, and then that would end the race. That'd be no more. That wouldn't be fun. So.
Oh.
But no, the power trails. One of the things we did the pheasant, South Dakota and Iowa, the pheasant up there, Sioux Falls, and there was times where we were traveling 1.5 miles in between caches when there would be huge swaths of area that could easily be used to have caches located on posts or whatever. But you would go 1 mile in between caches, and it was just like, this is not really a power trail. It's just about the GeoArt specifically. And it took us one car. It took us over 5 hours to do the 115. Yeah, because we were driving too much.
Oh, that's terrible. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Took you 5 hours to do 130 caches on a power trail?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, and part of it was that the grass at some of the hides weren't as intuitive as one would think, and so and the grass was tall and in some places, and yeah, I mean the series was fine. It's just that, like, seriously, put them. I mean, you easily could have done. We could have done maybe half the driving that we did.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's was it a cool GeoArt in the end though?
I mean, it was like I said, the picture was the pheasant, which was the state bird of South Dakota. Good puzzles to solve, so that was fine. Everything was good. It was a absolutely gorgeous day, 70-degree weather, not too hot, not chilly.
Sure.
And 3 of us, we all got to take turns. But a lot of times we were jumping out 2 or 3 people to check to find the cache. So that became less of a power trail than before. Yeah.
That's not a power trail. That's caching.
yeah, exactly. I think I was 0 for 5 on evergreen trees. Every time I jumped out, there was an evergreen tree. I never found it. It was someone else always spotting it. So.
All right, dude. Be well. Thanks. Good one. Good luck.
You guys too. Bye.
Good luck. Talk to you. Bye. All right, Chad, let me drop this call. I'm going to bring in, my good man, Tyrone Shoelace is Ohio. Excuse me. Hello, Tyrone.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
What you got? What you got for me?
My
gripe
is Adventure Labs with ambiguous answers. That you literally have to guess what the Adventure Lab creator was thinking at the time.
Give me an example. Do you have an example for me?
Oh, I hope they're not listening. But one recently from around here, it was looking for a number for the answer, and the number wasn't apparent at first. But even once you figured out the number, the question it said how many feet is blah blah blah, and you actually had to type in the number and then feet as well. I mean, I tried putting in the number, I tried spelling out the number, I tried caps, no caps. It was just, still good for 10 minutes trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it was a great Adventure Lab. And that little bit made it just annoying.
Yeah.
What's the prominent word you see from this location? And you look around and you see a dozen prominent words.
You know what? Exactly. Being in the Midwest, my favorite gripe about Adventure Labs is people who put, Jesse knows where I'm going with this, putting the answer on the ground. Don't put the answer on the ground. It snows in the Midwest.
It can be covered by snow.
It snows in the Midwest.
I didn't think about that.
What does the brick say? Find the year on this brick. I literally had my ice scraper from my car trying to chisel the ice away in front of a library so that I could read the bricks.
Come on. And we didn't even find it. I don't think we ever found it.
No, we never found it.
It was 100,000 bricks, people's names on it, like dedications and stuff. I'm like, find this person.
This lab cache is best done when there's no snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's Midwest. Sorry, Tyrone. Adventure Labs with thank you, Chad. Adventure Labs with ambiguous answers. That's a good one. Thank you, buddy. Be well.
You too.
Bye-bye.
We had a lot of gripes about Adventure Labs.
We did, and I like Adventure Labs.
I know they're so fun, but I feel like they're still evolving.
There's something new for us to gripe about too. Relatively new for us to gripe about.
That's true.
We've griped about all the other stuff.
We've all griped about everything else. All right,
at least once before.
I'm bringing in. He called, Chad. KC11. He called. Hello.
Hey, you guys got me.
All right. Okay.
So
you gave two good ones in the chat room.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to try and win this contest with?
I'm going to go with the Adventure Labs being sequential when there's no reason to be.
Good one.
I don't think there's ever reason to be sequential. Ever. I don't see. I've yet to see a reason for them to be sequential. But yes, I hate sequential ones. Remember, Jess, we got hosed on that one.
Oh yeah.
And geocaching day, one was sequential, and it was going the opposite way.
Yeah.
It was like,
if they're all in like a cemetery or something like that, some historic walking thing, I think that is
why? For what?
If it's walking you through history. A timeline,
dude. Let me go through history the way I want to go through history, man. Let me.
This guy wants to time travel.
Yeah, let me time travel if I want to time travel. Why are you making me? It's like an album. Why are you making me listen to it?
If you're driving between the things, I 100% agree. But if you have to get out and walk, I don't really have a significant issue of it, especially if a bonus cache is at the end.
Now, here's the thing. Let me tell you why. It's because if you're like Jesse and I were doing, and we were actually pulled the use the GPX, that website, and we actually pulled them in because we were just caching all over the place. I don't want to do it in that. What if I didn't want to do it in that order? I could see if maybe you're in maybe if you're in a not a preserve, but a botanical garden or something like that, and they're all contained in this one place where you get out of the car. But if you're like in a town, and you're walking around, if it's a walking tour, I don't want to do your walking tour. I just want to do the walking tour. What if I want to go to this one and then get a cache and then go over here and then come back over here? I don't want to have to do it in your order. That's what I'm saying. It's in a town.
Okay.
Scott, this was Kyle's gripe.
Sorry, Gripe.
Sorry, Kyle's gripe.
Apparently, it's Scott's gripe.
And he did have the caveat.
Got me riled up.
There's no reason to be.
Yes.
What'd you
and
say?
he did have the caveat of when there's no reason to be.
Yeah.
Adventure Labs being in sequential order when there's
no
reason
reason.
to
Right,
be.
exactly. No reason to.
When
Yeah.
there's no reason to be.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
Correct.
I think
caveats
90% of the labs out there, there's no reason.
Oh,
Just
I
make
would
it
say
I would
95% of them.
I would agree. 95% have no reason to be sequential, in my opinion.
Yeah. Only if it's like telling a story or something. So one time I had an audio book on a CD and I put it in my CD player and I hit play and I started listening, and then the next chapter started and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird. That doesn't
Weird.
really make sense." And so then the next chapter started, and it took like 4 chapters of listening to this thing before I realized that my CD player was on random. So imagine like you're trying to do a story in in an adventure lab and it doesn't make sense because they're not in order.
Right.
That would be the
Right.
only reason that I could see it being
Right.
necessary.
So you listened to 4 chapters before you realized.
It took me a little while. I'm like, this is maybe things will click here,
Like,
you
who
know,
is this
coming up soon.
character?
Yeah.
All right, Casey. Good luck, buddy. Thanks for calling.
All
in.
right, thanks.
I'll talk to you.
See you guys.
Bye bye. All right, Chad. Before we get to the final people who are going to win, we have more gripes. Chad, whose turn is it? Jesse, did you go last?
I think I went last. Yeah, the
I guess the
baggies on the power trails.
So let me clear my queue, Chad. I'll let you clear your queue too. Do you have a couple left in yours?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay. I have got trackables that disappear. Drive me crazy. People stealing trackables.
Or that kind of goes with my effective removal of geocoins from traveling due to theft of geocoins.
Jesse's favorite: people who log new trackables before the person who placed it can actually drop it.
Ooh.
That drives Jesse mad. Cache owners not putting parking waypoints on the cache when it desperately needs it.
Yeah. If you're if you're out in the middle of a preserve, if your hide is in the middle of a preserve, please put parking coordinates for people who are not from that area.
Who don't know where to park.
Because
Or a trailhead.
A trailhead's nice too.
Because Google is likely to put you at the freeway, stopping on the freeway, and
that's right.
I told you I got a laundry list here. Catchers who don't bring a pen to the cache, Chad, drive me crazy. Sorry, didn't have a pen.
What if my pen fell out of my pocket? Because you know that happens to me like every other day.
And we signed with dirt and a stick.
I've signed with blood. So,
yeah. Putting a cache back, air quote, in a better spot than where the hider placed it. Those are my favorites.
The only time I put a cache back where I didn't find it is like when it has a hook on it and you knew it was hanging in the tree, and then I send a email to the cache owner saying I rehung this in the tree. It's like I don't believe it was supposed to be on the ground. If it was, let me know, and I will take it off the tree and put it back on the ground.
Right. Or as Karen would say, putting your trackable in a 5-stage virtual mystery cache when it's in a podcast contest. Yes. That would drive me crazy too. People who hide caches in bushes, Chad, drive me crazy. It just destroys the caches, destroy the bushes because you and you walk up there and all the bushes have holes in them. Drives me crazy.
Makes it easy to find it eventually, though.
Yeah, you know where to look. It's
true.
Oh,
and I'll stick my head in there and I still won't find the damn thing. I hate bush hides.
Oh, I hate them. A new cacher with 10 finds posts a DNF on my log stating it's definitely not there on a 3 difficulty hide.
It's like
definitely not there, he says.
Yeah. Noobs declaring it wasn't there. That's in my list.
But definitely not there. I've had
definitely.
Empty ammo cans, Chad. Drive me insane. Empty ammo cans. Shame on people. Yes. Hiders who use Jesse will know this one. Hiders who use glass jars to hide a cache.
Well, do they crack on you in Chicago? Okay, so in Houston they don't crack on you, and I've seen them survive many years, but still, it's it's a no in my opinion.
Well, it's also because sometimes if it's under snow or something, you got to, or like in trees or in bushes and it's snowing out, you get a stick and you're poking, bing, poke with a stick, ding, 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 and you crack it. You crack it
Right.
because you're poking away the stick. Now, one more, Chad.
Mhm.
Jesse knows this one all too well, too. Don't host an event in winter months that does not have indoor seating. You don't do that, Chad.
I don't have a problem with that here.
Don't make me stand out in the cold when it's 20 below out for an event.
We actually every year stand out in the cold, typically New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. But they have the outdoor heaters going typically. So
all right, Chad, let me hear your gripes.
I only got a couple left because you hit a couple of those. People who hide caches in hollies or other trees / bushes that stick you. Like the Great Florida hides. It's
Sure.
like, no, if it's gonna stick you, no, I don't. I'd rather not. Also, GeoArts hidden on divided highways with caches on both sides. if you're gonna do it, it's like, okay, occasionally you might need to swap over or something like that. but when you're trying to hit a bunch of caches because you're doing this GeoArt and they're all heading down a freeway, put them all on the same side. Even if you have to skip 1.5 miles and piss the wheels off.
Yes.
Put them all on the same side, or or at least the majority of them on one side, and then the others on the other side.
Yes.
But yeah, that's annoying to me. Sorry.
All right. Let me get my that being Jesse, do you have any more? Or are you out? Look like
I'm out.
You were out.
Yeah, I saw your list, Scott, and I was like, yeah, those are most of mine.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about something,
Yeah.
and I wanna show this and ask you. Replacing this, pop that up there. Replacing this without permission of the owner. Would you replace this without?
I don't even know what
permission?
I'm even looking at.
That looks like
Zoom in.
some tape. It's like half a container. The tabs off a lock and lock, and some duct tape.
And some duct tape, and the hint was under the rocks next to the dead tree.
Would I replace it?
Yes. I was on a 5-mile hike. Okay.
Was it 5 miles deep into the woods?
Well, it was 5 miles round trip. This was about 1.5 miles in.
See, this is variables here. Do I know the guy?
I didn't know the guy.
Or female. I'm sorry, I shouldn't judge.
I didn't know the hider. The hiders never complain, but usually I don't like to just replace without permission. But at this point, it was like, this thing is. It was obvious the hide spot, the cords were dead on, and when you got 2 lock and lock tabs and the tape, it's like I replaced it with a container that I had on me, and it wasn't a lock and lock, and I cedared that out.
You should have signed the tape.
Maybe I should have signed the tape and stuck it in there.
I found just the lid one time.
Yes.
And signed the lid. I mean, it was clearly the lid. It had camo tape. I think it even had an official geocaching sticker on it. Just the lid. So I signed the lid and
move along.
Yeah. If I find something like that that's obviously the container and you're in the middle of nowhere, so there's no way that could be something else, I probably would. I may shoot the owner a message and just say,
I shot
hey, I'm
the
out
owner.
here. I'm gonna replace
I shot the
it.
owner an email and told him that I replaced it, and the owner never got back to me. So,
and if you're that deep into the woods, if it was my hide anyway, I would appreciate you replacing it.
Absolutely. How old was it, Chad? Tyrone wants to know how old it was, because that depends. Like 2003 or is it 2015?
Yeah, I think it was fairly old. Let me.
Ellsworth. Okay. All right. So now, Chad, it comes to us and the listeners. You check. We are going here. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Chad. 6. Poison Lady. People complaining in a log about her adventure lab. Neltra, streak cheating. Semmels 123, noobs hiding caches. Wheels 00, power trolls with long distance between caches. Tyrone Shoelaces, adventure labs with ambiguous answers. Or Casey 11, adventure labs. A lot of adventure labs here. Adventure labs being sequential when there's no reason to be. That's what we're working with, Chad. So you write down, Chad, you write down your top 3. In no particular order, mind you. In no particular order. And then. And then.
Oh, hang on. You probably want to be able to see this one.
Okay, I got my 3, Chad. Let me know what you got your 3. Jesse, just out of curiosity, what's your favorite?
I didn't hear all of them. I did not hear Wheels at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's so hard for me because I only hear parts of them.
Yeah.
Or
That's why you don't get a horse in the race.
I
Because
know, and I'm okay with that because
Okay.
I don't want to be the one to make that decision anyway.
I'm ready.
I
All
hope
right,
people will
Chad.
be mad at you guys.
Right? All right, Chad. Show me what you got. You've got Semmels, you've got Tyrone, and you've got KC. I have got KC, Wheels, and Neltra. So what are our? So we have a winner, I think.
You guys only have one
Yeah.
in common.
Right.
Yeah, I only had one in common.
And that's we don't even have to go to the listeners. We don't have to go. Yeah, we don't have to go to listeners because it doesn't matter. He's got 2 votes.
I think you have a winner. I
that's
think it's
right.
the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, I don't
so.
think we've ever had to-
We usually got at least 2, usually often 3.
I know. We don't even have to go to listeners. You could tell us who you think won. By all means, go ahead.
Karen's demanding a recount.
Who was demanding a recount? Karen's demanding a recount.
Yeah.
So
cheaters all.
Yeah, I know. Casey 11, have you won? Has he ever won this before? I don't know if he has.
No,
I don't think so.
he has not won. I had to get his address, so no.
Casey 11, you win. I think I could tell him what he won too. I got an email from Practical Geocaching. Guys, you all get a prize, by the way, for Practical Geocaching. I'm assuming you gave Jesse your address. You will get a prize from Practical Geocaching. And but I think the winner gets the big prize. I think he didn't mind me telling because he sent me an email. He says the winner. So you get the combination preform container. That's what his winner.
That's awesome.
I want one. I know. I'm trying to. Jim's not sending me one. And those aren't cheap either. I think they're like 10, $15, I think. But it's a great ending to a puzzle right there. Is the combination preform. There you go.
That is awesome.
So everybody's gonna get a prize. Casey, you get the special one. Congratulations, buddy. And you also get a path tag coming from me. So that's coming your way as well. The I won the One Up Me contest winner path tag. Only 12 people have won it so far, or something like that. I can't remember how many of these shows we've done, but it's the elusive path tag. So there you go. Chad, go ahead.
So by the way, that cache is called Folsom Fish. It was published in 2010, April 2010. So it's a fairly oldie.
Oh, okay.
11 years old.
All right, that's fair enough. That's pretty old. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah. Chad, next week. Guess what, guys? Next week, I'm not going to be here, Chad. I'm going to be in Chicago. I got to go to a symposium for work. I got to go to a thing. I got to sleep in a hotel and everything. So I'm not going to be here next week. So Chad, Jesse, running the show without me. Give them lots of calls, guys. Call them a lot. Maybe I'll call them too. Next week's show, guys, tips for planning. This is just for Jesse. Tips for planning your next vacation while geocaching. Tips for planning your next vacation with geocaching. That's next week's show. Minus me. It's just Chad, just Jesse. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cute. It's always a joy. And somebody go rescue Karen's GCPC racer. Where is a Karen? At least give us the GC. Don't just you got to at least give us the GC of that so I can put it on the air. Somebody needs to know where it is. So there you go. Chad, always a pleasure, sir. And Jesse, always a pleasure. Guys, this show doesn't happen unless you called in, so we appreciate everyone who called in. Chat room was awesome tonight, so thank you so much. And thank you everyone who called in. It always makes this show fun, and we love doing these shows. So
definitely.
Yeah, it's always you guys always seem to love them. We love them, so it's a great show to have. So thank you everybody for calling in. Thank you everybody for the chat room. And next week, just Chad and Jesse. Thanks, guys. Let's close out this show. Please join us already right off the bat. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. It's Rooster live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcast. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. Chad, how are you going to do this ending spit in the time allotted with the music? There's no way you speak as fast as I do.
I have no idea. I'm going to say
you're going to have
goodbye.
to
See you next week.
We'll put the music on repeat.
We have to repeat the music. It's still going. I bet you I could still finish it in the time allotted here. I bet you I could still do it, and I'm messing around. Okay. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron on our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocaching Magazine, the Maximum Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PatTex.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when they make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good. Oh, so close. Be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. I was so close. I almost had it.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of I was working at Texas Instruments, and I had a good friend, Phil, who talked a mile a minute, and then I talk relatively slowly, and
slowly.
Yeah, Nat, our friend Nat would say, because we'll be talking at the same time, and it's like low frequency and high frequency. I can understand what both of you are saying at the same time, and you provide the same amount of information over the same amount of time, because Phil's is all filler, a lot of jibber jabber in there, and while mine tends to be straight to the point.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of reminded me of that.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Be well and be safe, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.